give me a 5B5. Stevens and Norman Stevens is out there. Evening all, and hello Tracy. Tracy Tourism has come up in the chat. Give me a 5B5 if you can see and hear me. It's really important because otherwise I could be talking to myself. I haven't put my two external lights on, so the lighting might be a little bit strange. But I am going to try and sleep tonight because I've got a long drive tomorrow and then a long drive on Friday, or a shorter drive on Friday. There's a few things going on, so I don't know if I'm live tomorrow night. I possibly won't be, or if I try and do it, I might try and do it from the car just as a quick update. But I am going along to the Restore Britain conference. Well, actually, it's the launch of Great Yarmouth, and I'll be going along to that because I want to listen. And just to make sure everyone's aware of this, I haven't got a problem with Restore Britain. I've got a problem with Advance UK. I've got a problem with Reform. I've got a problem with the Unipie. And I've got a problem with people who do not speak of England. At least Robert Lowe has actually declared that he is English. And remember what happened to the last one who was strongly English, David Amish, or Amis. So give me a 5B5. I'm seeing them come through. Here's the Hamelin Lectures load. Yeah, so don't forget, people, if you're tuning in tonight, 28th of February, Farage and Burness up in Cumbria. We are doing a constitutional seminar, which I will be going through some of this stuff and taking questions from the audience. And especially it's important because they're building a mosque up there. They've run out of money. And I particularly want to hear questions from them people about what is it the Constitution can do, and why is it not being enforced? And I'll be telling people more and more about that. Extremely upsetting to hear the school stabbing today. Evening, Merca. Yes. Let me tell you something. I got out of London. London is getting worse and worse. London is a dangerous place. It is now seeping into the home counties. But I am going to try and show you the border again, if I can actually find it on my screen. Let me see if I can go back to your signature will be counted. Let me see if I can find this petition. Because I think it's a bit important that people should see this. A lot of people don't understand how that works. So I'm going to show you how it works. That ain't worked on there, so let's see if it happens on that one. Let's see if that comes up. UK petition route, but low. Let's have a look at make all court tribunals. Let's see if we can see the actual petition. I've signed it already. Let's show it on the map here. Again, I just want people to see this. How bright that is. Let me go back and show you this. Let me have a look. And then we're going to get into some other bits about the rape inquiry boxed. Hopefully you can see this on your screen. What you should see from that map, apart from the fact that there's 157,000 people have signed it, is it cold or is it me? It's something cold on my back. I'm wondering if I should put something over that chair. Because I can feel the cold on my back. For some reason, my back and my hip has been flying up. Let me put this on there. And hopefully it won't be as bad. Touch wood. That seems to feel a bit better, but not majorly. Isn't that weird? It feels like something cold is touching my back. Anyway, on the screen, you should be able to clearly see, because I'm highlighting them, Northumberland, Hexham, these are all, you're seeing the border highlighted, right? So there again, you've got England. Now, Wales is starting to come together a little bit. You've got there central Devon, but up there you've got North Devon, Torridge and Stafford and Tavistock. But that particular area is North Devon. It's got 321 signatures. Tiverton and Minehead. So North Devon seems to be quite a good area. But the areas that are really standing out, and I'm hoping to get on there, is Great Yarmouth. 700. This is how working as a team operates, right? 788 signatures. But they're from all over England. You can really see it coming out. But if you go up to up there, Caithness and Sunderland and Easter Ross, 310 signatures, right? So, but you can clearly see the border, right? This is predominantly an English issue. And again, you're seeing it come up, but let me just show you. This is really important that people understand this, right? Because there's particular areas that stand out. I tried to show this on there last night. Look at London. Look at the areas of London, and you will see. And then there's a particular few areas out there: Stratford, Bow, Ilford, all of these areas. Brentwood and Ongar is coming along. Malden. Let's see if I can go and find Hornchurch. They're not up there yet. And then you've got Romford. Andrew Rosindale, 233 signatures in the area. Just to make sure everyone's aware of this, he, meaning the local MP, Andrew Rosindale, has just signed the petition. It looks like a number of the people in the constituency have emailed him and contacted him and said, we're not happy that you're not doing anything about this. But by far, there's the areas. But have a look at, let me take you into this area. Norwich North at Labour. Again, not very many. And again, all these different people. But have a look at areas like this. So this one here I'm bringing up, Leicester East, Shivara Raja. There's another one there, Leicester South, Shokhat Adam. There's another one there, Peterborough. All of these areas that no one's really... So Cambridge, extremely low. Again, let's go and see if we can go and find Northampton, all these different areas, Birmingham. Most of these are Islamic people. Worcester. Let me go and see if I can go and find Oxford. Is another one, really low. Oxford West, really low. Harrow East. But see how disconnected London is from the rest of the country. Again, there's another one there. Bristol Central, Green Party, lowest signatures. This is how disgusting these people are, right? They would allow it. And there's one yellow one there, Exeter. I keep saying to people, I do not like Exeter at all, right? And again, when you look at the difference with North Devon, and again, for the people of North Devon, you know, you've got to get up there and start literally grafting out there. Here's some other areas that are higher. Andy McNay, MP Labour, Rosendale and Darwin. Let me have a look. Rosendale and Darwin. There's another one there. I want to check it. That's a whole area. Bolton. So some of these areas where the rapes particularly took place, Manchester, Salford, Bolton, and then you've got these other areas, Leeds. Can you see that them areas? Again, you've got that one, 75 in Sheffield Central, at Abdissam Mohammed, right? And these people are wholly against you. So I'll go back to the screen there. Did everyone see that up on the screen? Could you see what I was actually... And the border, the English border is really important. Remember Wales, although a principality and it could be a country again, Wales is a common law jurisdiction, and the people are obviously supporting and saying, listen, we don't want no part of this. And all I'm doing is making sure. So, Chase, Exeter, another university city, always disappointed. It is the university cities. Again, it is worse than anyone really thinks. So again, I want everyone trying to promote that we are going to be in Cumbria. Put that out there as much as you can. Don't forget, we work as a team. If I turn up there and there's 5 people there, it's because we haven't promoted it. People want to come along to these. Once they hear they're on, they come along there, but no one is promoting this but us. Right, so it's really important we do it. And not only that, it's a fucking long drive to get up there. I've got to be there for a few days and then come back again. And then we've got another one in April. I'm not sure what's going on in March at the moment, but we've also got a pretty major, our major event going on in June. We've got to sort that out. So we've got technically a 3-day event there. And we'll be advertising more of that. That's in Mablethorpe. So again, I loved it there. It's a working class area. It's going to be 2 things: a bit of a break, and you know, getting out there and speak to people. Let's have a look. There will be more than 5, Graham. Yeah, that's because you're bringing 5 of your mates. That makes me like. Now, all I'm saying to people is all right, good. Let me just see what that says, because that's quite important. I've got to text this message. See if I put that message out there. Right. Sharing is caring, so share. Anonymous cat petition Parliament. Right, let me go back, because that's really... So they're trying to get rid of... The reason why they're trying to get rid of all the court transcripts and deleting them and won't allow people access to them is because them transcripts will show under oath what the police have said, right? And we've already had that with Charlie Staples. So it's important that people understand how serious this is, right? They're going against all the principles. Now, there is other things that I want to show you tonight. But before I do, let me see if I can go and find this one for you. Let me see if I can Why is my back feeling so freezing cold? I don't know. It feels like there's a draft on my back. Let me have a quick look. There it is. I'm going to show you this one because I think this is important. I've actually put a message on to him. I ain't got a problem with this geezer, Howard Cox. Apart from his Britishness and just not getting what's actually going on here, right? So I'm going to show you this. Here it is. Right, so on your screen, what you should be seeing, by replacing Her Majesty with UK, Keir Starmer's government shows, and it's not just this government, they've all been doing it, right? They want, and it's not the government, it's Parliament itself, right? Government shows they want to. This is getting even. Let's see if I can move that. Government shows they want to make our nation a republic. Remove our cherished sovereign. Now, making it a republic means that you would have an elected president, right? Because you have to keep the separation of powers. That isn't what they've done here. What they've said is, and he has been like it for decades, they have already removed the crown, right? So constitutionally, I've been trying to explain this to people, except now they're blatantly telling you that they've already done it, right? Does everyone understand what I'm saying about that? They've removed one of the separation of powers. So there's three, technically there's three, actually there's four if you include a jury. You've got the Crown that can veto law and should step in on behalf of the subjects, which isn't happening. You've got the judiciary, that's now been corrupted because of the Constitution Reform Act of 2005, right? And then you've got Parliament in two sections, which is the Lords and the Commons. And people really do need to understand what is going on there. By the way, there's a demonstration, I believe, in Great Yarmouth on Saturday, which I hope to be attending, right? So Friday night is the launch of this Great Yarmouth campaign, right? And everyone in the country can help him to do that, because I think him or others need to be re-elected. But there is some form of demonstration. I'll call it a petition, and there's more I could go into about that. But the main thing is on your screen. I'm explaining to you there is a separation of powers. What they've done is they're telling you, and this goes back all the way back to 1948, when they top and tail part of the Section 2 or Article 2 of the English Bill of Rights, and they weren't allowed to do it, and they made themselves sovereign. So they've technically now removed the sovereign. And this has gone on for years. It's decades and decades and decades. And I've been trying to explain it to people. We've got a document we call Appendix D that spells it out. I believe it's on the English Constitution Society's website. But that is the main thing that I wanted to get over. I mean, I think I've actually replied to him. And in that, I don't know if anyone wants to re-put that out for us. If you retweet this, more and more people will see it, right? So again, and I'm not having a go at the fella, I'm just saying, I mean, the problem is he's far too British. They've been brainwashed, they've been indoctrinated to believe something that just isn't true. So I've said England has a constitution, the British don't. Now they have removed one of the separations of power in your face, right? They are enforcing the lie that Parliament is sovereign, right? But the whole point of what he said, Howard Cox, he says by replacing HM with UK, Keir Starmer's government, and it's not just Keir Starmer's government, right? It's the whole governance system currently, right? We did not consent to any of this. These are constitutional changes, right? But the government shows they want to make our nation a republic. That's not their intention, because in a republic you would have a president. They're creating a Politburo, right? We're going back to the Star Chamber. Remove our cherished sovereign status and rip our constitution to shreds. They've already been doing that, and that's what I've been explaining to people. But people like Howard Cox are now aligning with Advance UK with a leadership that knows absolutely nothing about the English Constitution or the Scottish Constitution or the Irish Constitution. It's fucking mental. And yet, they all want to start talking about it. Let me go back to this. So now we're going back. Now, I'm just showing you this on the screen. I'll bring it up a little bit higher so you can see it. I want to thank, don't forget, we stood in Andrew Rosindale's, and he follows me, just to make sure you understand that. If you look on there, I follow Andrew Rosindale MP, and he is following me. I want to thank Reform MP Andrew Rosindale and Liberal Democrat MP Andrew George for signing my parliamentary motion on rape gang people trafficking, following concerning witness statements at our inquiry. Along with Conservative and DBUP signatures, there is genuine cross-party support for a comprehensive Home Office investigation. Multiple survivor witnesses have now told us that the attempts from their rapists and torturers to traffic them to Pakistan and elsewhere failed. But how many didn't? Crucially important. MPs are putting aside party politics to push for a full national investigation. Parliament at its best, right? So there you go. Sincere thanks to Nick Timothy, the Shadow Secretary of State for Justice and Conservative MP. He's a unionist, for joining our rape gang inquiry panel today. Heartbreaking testimonies, absolutely heartbreaking. Thank you for attending. I've got to be honest with you. It is highly distressing listening to this evidence. And again, John Cleese is a patriot. His support for our rape gang inquiry is appreciated. BBC is disgraceful. John Cleese tears apart broadcaster in a rape gang row. Once the BBC's biggest star sparks controversy across social media, speaking out against the broadcaster on X. So all of this information, and bearing in mind, Reform, the major thing that they did today was Nigel Farage made some sort of statement about oat milk. Really, Nigel? Fucking oat milk. So another remarkable survivor has given testimony. She was abused and raped by Iraqi men. She described how they slaughtered a sheep in the bath and ate it, and how they called her English pig dog. She later became pregnant by an Iraqi man who was in the country illegally. He gained full care of her child, which meant that she was no longer able to see the child. She has provided photographs of the man and the child in Iraq with an AK-47 in the background. Rape and gang inquiry, right? So I'm asking, so this is to the veterans, you were sent out to fight against Iraqis, against Afghanistanis, against all sorts of different people. You were sent out there to fight, right? Against a proposed enemy, right? Allegedly an enemy. And yet they've allowed them into this country, right? And they're now raping predominantly English children, right? Tell me, every single veteran out there must return to his native state as an Englishman, a Welshman, a Scotsman, a Cornishman, right? Return to your native state because we are under attack, and predominantly the English, right? London is already lost. Whether you like it or not, it's gone, it's finished. I'm not suggesting we can't get it back, but it will take some serious understanding that the only way you can take back London is to take down you've got to take down all the regions, which they're proceeding with currently. You've got to take down the London Assembly and the London region. You've got to go back well before the Greater London Council, and we need mass deportations from this country, without any doubts whatsoever. And Middlesex will come back again. It's crucial to England, and the history of this is crucial, right? So, rape gang survivor, they would toot the horn of the car, and then a child would be taken to the front door by a staff member of the children's home. Right, so all I'm doing now, that's on there. Now what I'm going to do is get back to the rape gang inquiry. Now, a lot of this is highly distressing. Listen, people, mainstream media, most of the print media are not covering this. GB News is not covering it in detail. Nigel Farage and this group of people are not covering it, right? So, rape gang survivor. I remember the first time I was taken into a sexual health clinic by my social worker. She walked me in there, and it turned out that I had chlamydia in my throat and vagina. And I'd also got gonorrhea at that time. In the same time, they also diagnosed me with genital warts. And then a few months later, I was taken back again. I was diagnosed with chlamydia again, gonorrhea again, but this time it was also a pelvic inflammatory disease. Never once did any nurse or doctor question any of that. Just think about that. That the National Health Service never questioned any of that. Rupert has tabled a parliamentary motion based on our findings regarding possible trafficking of abused girls to Pakistan by their rapists. 6 MPs have signed. Rupert Lowe, Alex Easton, Peter Bedford, Edward Lee, Jim Shannon, Carla Lockhart. Please urge your MP to support, right? And many more have now, or some more have now changed, right? Rape gang inquiry again. Rape gang survivor. There was a circle of Pakistani nationals. They were pointing to the children as if they were choosing them. Inquiry panelist. When were you picked? What happened? Survivor. The male staff at the children's home would keep taking the children to the arcade and done up in nice clothing. Panelists. So are you saying that the staff at the home was selling you to these foreign men? Survivor. Yeah, it very much looked like it. Something was being set up. They knew the names of the children. They were all hanging around in back-to-back taxis. Hopefully everyone's seeing this. Let me ask you, are you all seeing this okay? No, you're not. Let me go back and make sure. And then I'll get back to this one. So I need to go back to that one. Rape gang inquiry. Share this tab instead. Are you all seeing this on your screen now? The taxis would drop a girl off. They'd go into the shop. That taxi would leave, clear the job. Then another taxi would pull up. Girls are half drunk. They're just getting in a taxi thinking it's the same one, and then they're being took to the places to get raped. And there's a chat. there was a group chat for all the drivers, so they were all communicating with each other, mainly Muslim taxi drivers. So all I'm doing, don't know what that is. Oh my God. Let me have a look at this. I can't believe this. Fucking hell. My brother-in-law has just won again on the Aspire thing, right? And my sister just said it's his 6th win. Well, he's already won a car. He's won a TV. He's won everything. Let's see. I'll have to get some luck in for him. I'll take it. No. I need to read this. I wouldn't be doing it. I need to read this. Okay, so hopefully you can all see this. Let me go back to my main screen. Can you all see this on the screen? I've noticed most of the taxi drivers are now foreigners in my local town, Mudhorse. Yeah, agreed. So don't forget, everyone, right? Sharing is caring. Don't forget to like this, even though you don't like the information I'm providing, but at least it's getting out there. So like this video and presentation. There's no one else doing this, as far as I know. I mean, what I mean by that is the mainstream media are not, no one's doing it. So the only people who can get this information out there is us. So we need to be doing it. Why not give Graham a follow on X? Yeah, give me a follow on X. Let me just make sure this. So sharing is caring. Hit the like button and subscribe. We've got to try and get over 10,000 subscribers this year. So the more people actually subscribe, the better, right? So what I'm going to do is go back to this. Let's see if I can bring some more up. There's another one. It's Adam Rent. In some sense, I really can't blame people that don't engage with this stuff. It sounds unbelievable. If you read this with no prior knowledge, you would assume it was made up. Can't possibly be happening, right? Mother of a rape gang survivor. I heard the police officers' radio go, and I heard them say that they was taking my daughter to Mohammed's brother's address. I begged them not to take her there. I was like, they're the people that are doing this to her. You cannot take her there. And they're going to kill her. Because I did believe they was going to. And they didn't listen to me. They did take her there. And like I said, she was abused there by them, by Mohammed. Right. So all I'm doing is reading these to you. Rape gang survivor. I was actually married to an Asian guy and fully converted. Though the imam, or through the imam came to my house. I was fully converted. So mother of rape gang survivor. I've done that one already. So some of this is distressing, right? So the rape gang survivor. So rape gang member is like, do you want to kiss me? And I'm like, no, not really. He's like, right, okay, we can get on. And I was like, no. I said, no, I'm on my period. That was the first thing that came to my mind. I wasn't, but that was my first excuse. He's like, oh, it's okay. It don't matter. So I was like, no, pushing him away. And he pulled my legs forward so that I was almost laid, like slouched. And he pushed me back and he pulled my pants down, got on top of me and raped me. And I was saying no. I was kicking at him at the same time. I was 12 years old. This guy, just so I can say this clearly, was taken to trial and caught. He was put on a retrial and he walked away. He's now walking the streets. Disgusting. Thanks to DUP MP Carla Locher for participating in our inquiry today. So all of this is out there. And there's loads more information on this one. But let me go back and see if I can see if you can give these people a follow and get your own information and fully understand what's going on. If not, I will be putting more and more information out there. There it is, right? So I've put that information out there. If you want Twitter, hit that, give them a follow. They're now at 47,600 followers. But we need to get that figure up because more and more people need to see this in their feed. They need to, it doesn't matter how difficult it is to watch this stuff. You need to understand exactly what's going on. There you go. So what I'm going to do now is go back to my, and there was a couple of other bits I wanted to show you. I've bought my tickets for the event. And I'm going to hopefully be meeting a couple of people there. There's a few people who are already going to it. And then I'll be going to the demonstration on the Saturday. Furnace, English seminar. Tickets on sale now. Well done. People are putting that out there. The more you promote that, the better. Just to live to see what history Bo is on this, I expect Boomer versus no. Let me have a look. Let me have a look. Is there anything else there? I've just have to lead this series and walk into the west. There's quite a bit going on in the background. Again, if you see this stuff going on, I'm just looking through the feed and I need to put you're in Cumbria. Paul Bournemouth said, if you're in Cumbria, you need to go to this. Well done. I want to put that and post that back out there. I'm seeing a few people individually send this out there. That's exactly what you should be doing. And then I'll just retweet it and more people get to see it. Let me have a quick look. Quite literally under attack. What's just as disgusting is the total ineptitude of certain politicians to acknowledge anything about it. I know it's disgusting. These people are absolutely vile. And they've all really. Oh, Untamed Nation is out there again. That was Joe, who I spoke to last week. Black Rifle Co. Not coffee. Tired of ganging up on each other. Time to gang up on the problem. Yeah, no, I agree. We need to do more and more and keep pushing for this stuff. Let me have a quick look what's going on there. I don't know what is going on there. Why are you fighting? Let me have a look. Right, gang survivors. I'm just having a look at this stuff and hopefully we'll go back to it. Let me have a look. There is more information I wanted to bring to you tonight. There's quite a bit going on at the other side there. Ukrainian agents illegally bugged investigator probing Zelensky ally officials. Let me share this page with you because a lot of people don't get this because they're not allowed. The British government has said you're not allowed to see this. So what I'm showing you is the screen of RT. And by the way, if you had Starlink, you can get this without a VPN. 1-to-1 diplomacy meets double-track reality in US-Russia ties. Zelensky, Munich warning to the West. US lawmakers avoid indictment over the call to defy military orders. Coalition of the shilling. The UK no longer can deny it's forced Kiev to fight for years. They're literally coming back for the UK on this one. The most peaceful bomb. How the USSR stopped a disaster with a nuclear blast. I don't know what happened that one. The US negotiating updated a New START treaty with Russia, with Vance. So there's a good piece of news there. Epstein Russia spy claims. Lots of information coming out here. I'm trying to find this. The UK troops active on the ground in Ukraine, Moscow. And there's lots of information here. Poland involved in attempted assassination of Russian general. Epstein case reveals Satanism of the Western elites. And yes, he did say that. That's this guy. He's the top diplomatic Russian diplomat. Right, let's go to world news and see if there's anything coming up. Brussels and Kiev have... let me view this tab. Stop sharing. No, that's right, you got that. Hopefully you can all see this. Brussels and Kiev have declared war on Hungary. Orban. US lawmakers avoid indictment over call to defy military orders. The EU would rather eat bugs than be real about the energy problem. 2 member states oppose the EU's bid to sink Russian oil trade. Again, there's lots more information coming off of there. I often read these because you some of it can be propaganda, but you'll more likely get the truth about what your government's doing on here than you will off your anything in the UK. Let me have a look. Gaddafi's son killed by foreign powers, ex-minister. Saif al-Islam was assassinated because he believed in a unified and sovereign country. Let me have a look. Ukraine. US mulling new pressure tactics on Iran. Colombian president reports assassination attempt. I didn't know that. Let me have a look and see if there's anyone else out there. Trump could send another armada to Iran. The US president has promised something very tough unless Tehran accepts his deal. Don't know exactly what's going on there, but NATO members expected to do more. US envoy. Again, there's loads of information coming out there. I'm not sure if there's anything. Epstein accomplice proposes deal on Trump and Clinton. Not sure what's going to go on there, but she's basically said that she's not doing anything because she's pleading the fifth, and that is she has the right not to incriminate herself. Did everyone see? Did you see that? What was going on there? Back for England, me old mucker. How you doing? I don't know what you'll be doing, but Friday night I'll be in Great Yarmouth, and then Saturday there's a protest in Great Yarmouth. if you're about me, old mucker, he could be glad to catch up with you again. Not very true, unfortunately. I don't know what that means. Anonymous cat 5b5. Can you see and hear me? So I do try it and pick up some of this stuff, and some of the. So when I'm not talking about the Constitution, I'm trying to push that forward and try and give you as much information that's coming in from different places, including talking to proper Americans. Graham's email, ECP North, ECP, unfortunately. Let me have a quick look. So that's it, really. I mean, I wasn't going to do much more than that tonight. I have got to start preparing for getting ready to bosh myself out and pump up my tyres and do all sorts of stuff for a nice little drive. And again, I'm there technically representing the English Constitution Party because it's restored Britain in effect, and he's obviously doing a great job out there. So I just want everyone to understand that. That's it. My opinion is he's already abdicated. So John Aspinall says Sausage Fingers is under pressure to abdicate. Technically, he's already abdicated. He's abdicated by deed. The problem is that the British are suppressing all knowledge of our Constitution. Graham, any response from the no response from the ECHR whatsoever. I never expected them to be. It's a joke. I will bring some English Constitution Party leaflets, Graham. Yeah, that's fine. That's it. I'm off. Tiddly poo. And I will see you all hopefully tomorrow night. But if I'm not live tomorrow night, I will try and put something out there so people understand what's going on. Because I'm going to be travelling. And then Friday I'm going to be at that event. I don't know whether I would be able to live stream it. But I certainly might think about doing something in terms of trying to video say it and have a conversation with people. Good night, and everyone. God bless you. So don't forget what I believe in. The Constitution is the solution, without any doubts whatsoever. And we couldn't do what we're doing without you, right? So you're the most important part of this. We're all part of one big team. I've told you that for a long time. There's no one person that's doing this. It's all of us doing it. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to promote the Cumbria one. And then I've got another one in April. At the moment, I've got nothing on in, apart from all this other stuff that we do in March. That's it. Au revoir, tiddly poo. See you later.